Hopefully, I am getting better um, sound effects. Hopefully, it's better now because I realized that it wasn't good earlier on.
It's okay.
Is it a little better?
Let me see.
All right, folks. So we're having technical difficulties here. Obviously, I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah. So we have technical difficulties.
Better. Better. Way
Oh,
better.
okay.
Perfect.
All right. So here we are back again, live. Um, yeah. Yeah. So we are live, ready again to rock and roll. So let's get ready to rumble. Um, yes. Like I was saying earlier on, I have been I have been having discussions with quite a few people, and it's fascinating because most of the discussions that we actually have is with people who are saying that they are struggling financially, and I also have discussions with people who actually made it. They become successful, but it took them years to become the people who they are right now. I met this gentleman this morning, and wonderful gentleman, very nice, and he was talking to me, and I don't know, maybe he's in his late 60s, maybe early 70s. I don't know, somewhere around there. And he was talking. We were there talking, and he said it's the first time he had actually jumped on a plane. He's from Pennsylvania, and actually take a trip. And happy for him. He's on vacation. It's beautiful, you know. So I'm meeting people who made it, and and I also meet people who, hey Christy, hi, I meet people who actually haven't made it yet, but it shows that we still can do it. But I gotta put this but there. It's very difficult to make it right now. Meaning, what I'm trying to say here. Well, you're gonna have to work 10 times as hard, and this is something that I know a lot of people don't want to have to admit to right now because the economy, or what they call the economy, it wasn't designed or created or developed to help the majority of the people. Hey, hi, love baseball. How are you doing? Yeah. So the economy wasn't developed to help. Most people. That's what I think is going on here. It was developed to help somewhere between. I have to shower and rest now. Very important to get in. Yes, get well soon, brother, and we will talk. All right, Kellel. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you very much, and be safe and be well. So I understand that a lot of us want to become successful, and we are trying to become successful, and it is not easy at all, especially for the people who actually came from the bottom and people who are way down there at the bottom right now, and they are trying to find a pathway to the top to develop themselves to get to the top, and that is not an easy task. That is probably one of the hardest thing you are ever going to have to do, is to raise yourself up from the bottom with hardly any help, because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there is no savior. Nobody is coming to help you. I hate to break that news to you. They're not gonna help you. All right. All right. While we are in the middle of this here talking, folks, don't forget, please, to like and subscribe. All right, because I need to get to 500 views. I'm sorry, 500 subscribers. Um, you know, so we can go up a notch, so more people can see the content, and more people can, we can reach more people and talk to more people. And also as well, I like having conversations and discussions, conversations that's, I mean, this, topics that's, that concerns us. I like having these topics, and I personally want to have more of these discussions public, out there, so that way we can actually uh, you know uh, um, talk more about the issues, problems, and challenges that we are facing, on a day-to-day basis, because it's just not the same for, it's some people are having an easier time. A lot of us right now, don't forget, folks, to subscribe, get me to the 500 mark, just help, help your boy out, you know what I mean, because we have to help each other out as well. All right, folks, so we're having these discussions, and I would like to do this mainly on an open panel where we can start talking about the issues that we are facing, and also we have to talk about how we are going to solve these problems, because we need to become problem solvers in this time. I think this is one of the main things that's stopping a lot of us. One thing that we didn't learn in school was how to solve problems. How old I am? I am 43, about to be 44 here soon. Cheryl. Um, so, yes. So we have a lot of, issues, problems to solve. Oh, yes. Thank you very much. To, we have things to do. Our education, our educational system, the curriculum that they prescribe for us, it didn't taught us how to actually solve problems. And I've been looking, doing some research here on higher IQ, higher intelligence, and I realized that the people who have higher, when you have lower IQ and you are lower intelligence, it's way much more difficult for you to actually solve problems. I did not know that at all. I know that when you have low IQ, there is some benefit to it as well, because you don't have to think that much. You just take action. So that's one beautiful thing about having a low IQ and you are lower intelligence. Lower your IQ is the more, because you're gonna have to prove yourself. You're gonna have to take some actions. So that's one good thing about it, right? So we have work to do. Um, we have irons in the fire. We have things to fix, but we weren't trained to solve problems. That's what I learned, right? And you can see this mainly. I like to refer to black people a lot, and I'm going to do it because I don't care what they're gonna tell me. We have a lower IQ. Don't care what they're gonna tell me. We just do, and it is a fact. I'm not trying to beat up on anybody, and this is not about hating myself, hating my own kind. It's nothing like that. It just has to do with we have lower IQ. It doesn't mean it can't be fixed. Lower IQ to me just mean it is a program. It was a program that was installed and download in us once we were, ever since we were children. And you understand that we spent a good, the first 7 years we spent around certain people. Don't make, you know, don't make any mistakes about this, about how crucial and how important this is. From age 1 to 7, this is when you need to learn, uh you know you need to develop certain characteristics. You need to train, your parents need to train you from age 1 to 7, but they don't know. I don't blame them at all, because this is something that they don't understand. It wasn't taught to us. So from age 1 to 7, whoever you are around, that is the program you are going to download and install in your human biocomputer. and it's going to rest there for a very long time. It's going to sit with you until you decided that, I don't want to live like this anymore. You see this all the time. People get up one day, the guy, he goes to jail, he goes to prison, he done all types of degeneracies, all types of trouble, problems he got himself in, and then he said, I don't want to do this no more, and he changed that program and he became a better human being. You see it happens. It doesn't happen as often as we would like it to happen, but it does happen. All right, so what happened there? He changed his program. That's it. He changed his paradigm, as Bob Proctor would call it, and he became a better person. This is something that hasn't been really taught to us, really. Accidentally, we stumbled up on it. um I don't care. These people. It's like because I have I hang around these successful people, and I listen to them talk and how poor they were. They lost their houses, they lost cars, they lost friends, they lost pretty much everything. But they gained them back later on, and it makes me start. I start to think why. Why are these people were able to recover? What happened? What did they do? A clear example of this is, I don't care if you like Donald Trump or not. You might like him, you might not like him. It has nothing to do with me. But he's a clear example of what I'm talking about here. When he lost more than one time, he lost everything. And he understood. I mean, I don't think he knows what's really going on, but he was programmed to be successful by being around his dad, Fred Trump, who download in him, who told him that he is a successful person. So what happened when he lost everything? He went out and he goes out and he recover all of what he has lost, and maybe sometimes even more, because that's what I see. That's what I see in these people who are successful. They were like, I lost everything. I lost my car. I lost my home, but these people were able to go back out there and recover. They got way more than what they actually lost, and we are wondering what's going on here. They have a different program from me and you. A lot of us, we have a program to where it kept us where we are, and it's holding us back. It's that paradigm, and it keeps us it keeps us where we are today. All right, so we need to do something about that. All right, so we're gonna have to start to deal with these problems. It needs to be dealt with. Nobody is coming to help you. Nobody is coming to save you. You are looking for a pathway to success. The one that I observed and that I came up with, the system that I came up with, the one that I observed. When I look at these people who are successful, there are three things that I notice about them. It could be more, but there are three things. One, they are in physically good shape. Not always, because there's no 100% of anything. Two, so one, physically good shape. Two, they are highly intelligent, high IQ people, highly intelligent. And three, they have a purpose. They wake up in the morning, uh, knowing that there is a problem out there for them to solve, and they are working towards solving that problem. So those are the three things I see about these people. I don't care what background they come from, what country they come from. They tend to follow that you know that pattern, right? So that's what I'm seeing right now. And also, I'm gonna take it a little bit further here for you, some of you guys who are indulging in criminal activities. This is a huge part, that what that this is a problem that I have, and I think we can do something about it. I don't think people have to be. I don't think most people have to be criminal. Well, most people are not criminals, but most of the criminals, I don't think that they have to be criminals. I think that they can actually change it. You know, right? Yes, I have. Actually, I think I have that book, The Purpose Driven Life. I think there's a book written by a pastor or some reverend or something like that, and it's a really good book to read. I read it. It's an amazing book. Yeah. So it's these people who are committing these crimes, I don't think that they have to. I really don't think so. Most of them. I think with just a little bit of with a little bit of guidance, these guys can actually turn their lives around. So what am I saying here? Um, when you are lacking purpose, I think this is when you tend to go off of your path and go cause chaos, problems, and troubles for yourself and other people's. You wreak havoc in other people's lives when you are not on your path, when you are not following your, your calling. Because we all do, we have it, we have a purpose. I know that people are telling you to find your purpose. No, you don't need to find no purpose. You need to have your, yeah, I mean, actually, you have your purpose. You don't need to find it. You just need to rediscover what you're put here to do. For everybody, it is different for everybody. There was this one guy I learned that he was in prison, I think somewhere out there in San Francisco. I forgot what, maybe that prison that out there in the water somewhere, that what I forgot what they call it. But he was in prison, and this guy started to read about birds. People from all over the world would come to visit him to learn about different species of birds. This man found his hi DBB. Hey, how is it going? DDBB. How is it going? Good to see you back. I appreciate you stopping by again. And this gentleman was out there in the prison in San Francisco, and he found his purpose in prison. I forgot what they call it, a varian. I forgot what they call that when you study birds. A varian. I'm not sure if that's what they call it. So it's different for all of us, you know. But you gotta find something that drives you. Maybe you wanted to go teach little kids football or teach little kids baseball, whatever that is. As long as it is going to keep you out of problems, out of troubles, having a clear vision for you. Yes, of course. As long as it is going to keep you out of trouble, keep you out of problems, and avoid causing chaos in your life and other people's life. But you must have a purpose. You need to be a purpose driven human being. And that's just how it's going to go down, right? But you got to get started. First thing first, I recommend, or I suggest, you need to get into the gym. Go to the gym, get in shape, get into a healthier, fitter body. It gives you more clarity, and it also helps with your intelligence and your IQ as well. All right? Get out there, put in the work, folks, and do the work. No, it's like, I know they told us that there is some savior out there who's gonna come and save us. It's not gonna happen. Not until you start moving in that direction. Guess what happens? The people who there are people out there waiting to help you, but you have to move in that direction so that those people can look up, see you, and then they will come over to help you. And when they come over, you tell them, away we go. Okay? So, you are not going to do this by yourself. I hear people talk all the time. Oh, self made millionaire. I hate to break the news to you. There are no self made millionaire. You become millionaire by uh, by other people helping you. That's just how it goes. Okay. All right. So why am I talking about the fitness so much? Is it because I go to the gym every day? Because I run every day? Not really. One thing I learned about running, when you run, it releases something in you called endorphins, which reduces your stress level. It reduces your stress and increases the endorphin increases. And what happened? You become a lot more happier. So people who run, work out, highly intelligent, and also have a purpose, they tend to live a happier, richer, healthier, fulfilling life. I don't know how it works, but combined together, it gives that effect. Hey, Joshua, hope all is well with you. You know, so yes, um, you gotta, there is something you are put on this planet here for something. There are something that you vibe with, that you like, you are in tune with. Some places that you go, you feel wonderful, you feel good being there. Some places you go, you hate, stay away from those places. Some people you go around who you don't like, stay away from those people. The things that you like, that you are attracted to, that you're drawn to, that pulls you in, take a look at those things and see what happened. You know, I love intellectuals. I love sitting down listening to people talk. Jordan Peterson, he was one of the person who I love hear Jordan Peterson talk. Not now these days because I think he's a little bit off his rockers these days. That's just me. You might have a different opinion. Um, the back then, the old motivational um recordings, audios. I love listening to the motivational speeches. That's something that I'm drawn to. Debating. I like when people are debating and they can defend what they are talking about. I don't care what you talk. What you talk about. I don't care at all. For just me personally, but as long as you can defend your ideology, your belief, keep talking. I don't care at all. I don't. You come and you said, "Hey, I'm a Satanist." Okay, doesn't mean I agree with you, but you need to defend it. I want to hear you defend this. Some people might say, "Then why don't you just don't talk to him?" Period. No, I'm not like that. I am open-minded. I want to hear what other people has to say. That's just me. Some people have a different opinion. I don't care at all. I don't care what your belief system is. What are your ideologies? I need to hear you out. And I think we should do that because dismissing people, chase them away because they have ideologies that's different from yours. I don't think it's a good way how to operate in our society. We need to hear people out. You know what I mean? All right. And I recommend working out and running every day. Hey, doesn't mean it's easy. I'm not saying it's a cakewalk. But the people who I hang around who are into health and fitness and running, they tend to, oftentimes, they tend to be nice people. I do not know how that works. I don't understand the science behind it or any of that stuff. But my God, these people are wonderful to be around. Try get into shape. Thank you very much, Joshua. Appreciate it. Try get into shape. Of course, Christy. Draw the damn line when people don't want it to hear what other people has to say. But we need to do though. We need to hear other people out. And I am just one of those. I am just one of those people who I want to hear what you have to say. You know, this news that going around today, and these guys, they want to move out into the Ozark. They are in Arkansas. Arkansas is a very white state already, but these people still want to move to the Ozarks where it's even more white. Let them go to the Ozarks. John, pack your stuff up and just go. You don't need to alarm it. You know we don't I don't want to hear it. Just pack your stuff up and just head to the Ozarks. Gone by already. I am not sure why other people are fighting these people. I'm trying to tell them not to move to Ozarks. I guarantee you, you are going to be way more happier if these people are not around you. They don't want to be around you. They don't like you that much. Be okay with it. Not everybody's going to like you. I am fascinated by this. When people can understand that not everybody is going to like you. Some people don't like you at all. Be okay with it. It is what it is. We live here in America. People have freedom of speech. They are going to say how they feel. It's fine. Stop worrying about them. Okay? You, as long as you are a good person, make sure you are a good person before you go out there start judging everybody else. Because if you are a horrible person and you are judging other people, I don't even want to talk to you at all, because you are just terrible and you are worse than those people who you are judging, in my opinion. All right. So we are not here to bash anybody. We're not here to curse out anybody, to hurt anybody's feelings, really. I am more into problem solving. That's what I'm into. How can we solve some of these problems? Some of us want to integrate. Some people don't like integration. Some people are too black. They are just too black. The way how they talk, their accents, their dialect, the way how they talk, they can't be around the regular population. They just can't. Some people are too white. Their accents, their dialect, their vocabularies, the way how they talk, they just can't mix with the rest of us. And we need to take these things into consideration. It is what it is. We don't need to go beat up on them. We don't need to attack them. We don't need to police them or trying to control them. This is what the whole thank you very much, brother. This is what happened back in the whole Jim Crow era. Because here are some people who decided to go around and police people who didn't look like them. Not understanding fully, I don't think they did, understanding fully what they were doing. They were just a part of the empire, and the empire's goal is to control. Yeah, the empire's goal is to control. That's it. And as long as they can control you, then they don't have to worry about you too much. But if you are rebellious, like some of these students back in the days, like the SDS, the PFP, the Peace and Freedom Party in California, and these people were like, oh, I don't think we like what you are doing, you people in Washington, D.C., who are making laws. I don't like what you are doing. We don't want it. We're not going to go along with that. And some people put up resistance. They were defeated, of course, because they were fighting the empire, and I don't think they understood how powerful and how dangerous it is how powerful empire is, and how dangerous it is to put up a resistance against the empire. They can strike you down quickly, right? If you're not understanding. The Black Panther Party was set up to tackle the empire. White folks at the time saw what was going on and said, hey, we're going to assist the Black Panther Party, because that is what was going on there. The blacks and whites were getting together, and some people were like, We can't have that happen because you see, segregation is the name of the game. Because this is how we can control each other when we are segregated. COVID-19 is a big that was a huge demonstration of that. You don't wear any mask and you did not take the flu shot, and you see how people were coming after you, and they were telling other people, report on your neighbor if they don't take the COVID shot and if they're not wearing masks. That was a demonstration right there. So they are using us to police each other and control each other because we don't understand fully yet what's really going on. I don't think these people care about race. These people don't care about race. They don't. But they use it so that we can stay confused and we can also police each other and try to control each other and also work to destroy each other. That's what's going on here. We are holding each other back, and this works very well for the empire. It's not me and you. Me and you, we're not causing this problem really. Me and you, to have we want to be economically free. That's what we want. So we can take trips, go on vacations, go up to Alaska. You don't have time for me when you're in Alaska unless we are friends. You pick up your phone and you call me and you say, "Hey Ryan, goddamn trout up here. They are so huge. You need to get on a plane, come up here and see if you can catch yourself a few." Okay, we don't want human beings, most of us, we don't want problems at all. We don't want headaches. We don't want problems. Yeah, divide and conquer. It's an old strategy. So we don't want problems at all. We just don't. You know? But here we are right now facing a whole bunch of problems. And what do? Sit down, cry, whine, complain, or yes, Alaska has more like salmon up there. I want to go up there too. I want to take a trip. I like one of my favorite channels to watch is Meat Eaters, and they go to Alaska sometimes, a couple times a year to go shoot animals up there. Yeah. So, folks, we're gonna have to start having more of these discussions. We're gonna have to get on here and start talking, and we need to come with something called problem solving. Gender war, race war, or economic war, because whenever they mention the classes, rich and poor, middle class, this is economic war. That's what that's what that is. Oh, the poor is going to come take your stuff. No, I don't want your stuff. Sorry. The rich is taken away from you. Okay, keep what you have. I'm not here. I don't want like whatever you acquire or whatever you work hard to acquire. Keep that. You know what I mean? I don't want your stuff. But please just move out the way so that I too can develop myself, because I would like to develop myself. I would like to bring something to the marketplace, something that other people can benefit from, something that is needed and useful, whether that be a product or a service or some kind of entertainment, things that people like, things that people can enjoy. I want to bring something to the marketplace too. I don't have any problem with people earning money. I have a problem with people taking too much for themselves. It's like one person has $250 billion. Now, what are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with 250 billion? It's like, do you really need to be a billionaire? You know, it's a problem. You don't need to be a billionaire, in my opinion. But I know some people are gonna fight me on it. Oh, so what if I want to be a billionaire? Go be a billionaire then. Go ahead. Sure, fine. But do you have to? Is it important? I don't believe so. So this is where they put us, folks. But all right then. I am going to log out right now. Okay. And I enjoy having these discussions. And Ryan here with a new video. And I'm looking forward to see you soon in a brand new video. And let's keep on having more of these discussions. All right. Bye for now.